And now, it's time for Socially Awkward Media with Levack and Goss. Awkward on 104.5 The Team.
Taking a second to welcome Mr. Chris Onorato from Big Board Sports and the Mighty 1-3 to Socially Awkward Media. Mm-hmm. Chris, what we do is our listeners are quite honestly funnier than we are a lot of times, and they show it on Twitter, they show it on Facebook. At Tom Goz, TOMGOZZ, at the Jeff Levack, at 104.5 The Team. You want to throw your Twitter handle?
At Chris Onorato.
At Chris Onorato. So be watching because you might get something now, especially from like Bocce. But we love the botch. He's crazy though. So what we do is we just bring it back and we use it for everybody. My buddy Vegas Nancy, he's hey brother. So I'm bringing my 6-year-old daughter to her first ever Yankee Sox game on Sunday night. I'm stressing big time. LOL.
Love it.
So I think you're okay. If you don't look for trouble, you usually don't find trouble.
Yeah.
Now, Vegas is he's a pretty built dude, though, so there might just remember to laugh and walk away. That's all I can tell you.
He's good.
Yeah.
He's good.
Well,
Sunday
you know how it is
night,
with bigger
man.
guys. Like I watched the Raiders lose to the Bills in Buffalo. I'm in a Raiders jersey, but everybody's like, we kicked your butt. Yeah, man, you have a great second half out of you guys. You want to fight? No.
Right.
Because
right.
you just don't want to be a bigger guy in those situations, so you're a target. But Sunday night, Severino versus Price.
That should be fun. That's the game to go to of the weekend. I know you're on Saturday night, so I'm sorry. But Sunday night's the game to go to. So Sunday night's always the tough game to pull the trigger on, though, because you know Monday's coming. Monday's coming,
but I will tell you this. If it's her first ever Yankees game, period, ask the ushers where you get your first game certificate.
I've never heard of before.
I can't remember the section off the top of my head, but if you ask a Yankee Stadium usher, hey, this is my daughter's first game, or hey, it's my first game, they'll tell you what section to go to. They print you out a certificate on this date with teams that played, the whole nine. Sometimes you have to go back and get it later if there's a big line, but usually they hand it right to you. My kid's is framed up on the wall.
Very cool.
Yeah, so don't forget to do that.
All right, I like that.
Donald Miller is the one who pointed out that I've been making these crazy predictions. How do you call
Have any come true yet?
Well, it goes back. So it goes back, Chris.
So this is a long way of you saying no.
No, a lot of they do. It's stupid. It makes no sense.
Wow.
The first time I ever met Malcolm Butler was media day before he had the interception that won the Super Bowl against the Seahawks. I had no idea who he was. We had a spotter with us who said, "Hey, it's Malcolm Butler. He's a cornerback." You know? I'm like, so Armin Williams, my co-host at the time, said, "You've been making predictions. Make one for him." I go, "I think you're gonna." He goes, "I'm a backup. I don't even get on the field." I go, "You're gonna in the game. You're gonna make a big play. You're gonna win the Super Bowl."
Wow.
And now to this day, he won't talk to me. I predicted the same year Ohio State was going to win the national championship, but I didn't.
And that was Cardale Jones, are we talking?
Yep. I did. I predicted in week 3 that it was going to happen.
Okay.
So randomly they come through. But he said, you said you're going to get a long outing from Severino. You predicted it. Can you give me the winning lottery numbers for the next drawing, next year's Super Bowl winning team, and the sex of Ghazi Bear's firstborn? The lottery numbers I gave out yesterday, 159 for the daily.
Okay.
I'm going with the San Francisco 49ers because I think it's crazy.
What was the second one?
That's the Super Bowl team. I'm going with the Niners.
To make the Super Bowl?
To win it.
No, come on.
To win it. All right. If I just took the Patriots, it's boring. And then the sex of Ghazi Bears, I'm cursing him with a daughter as well.
Yeah.
That's the best way to go. So, and we get really good ones like Dan Williams talking about the speaker that Clint Frazier hit.
What a disaster the Trop is.
Oh my God, it's the worst. Not only did that speaker cost Frazier a home run and the Yanks a win, Tampa Bay is now charging New York for the broken speaker. Are they even a real MLB franchise?
I got one here for you.
Okay.
This is from a day ago. This is Gene on Twitter. Hit me up. He says, "Like your coverage, Chris, but hate your Wyland orgasmic thinking. There are no other teams than the Yankees and Red Sox. Mets may not be good this year, but they are a well-liked New York team." We talk plenty about the Mets.
Right.
Oh, I don't have anything good to say about them. And realistically, Levack, a knowledgeable baseball fan, if you're a Mets fan, you can't say anything about your team either.
Do you even want to talk about it?
No.
I mean, I get that all the time.
What do you want? What do you want me to say that's good about the Mets? I like Brandon Nimmo. I like Michael Conforto. After that, you can take their, and obviously Syndergaard, DeGrom. Okay, those are the obvious ones. I'll take 4 guys on your roster. I don't want Ahmed Rosario. I don't want Dom Smith.
Nope.
I'm good.
They don't want Dom Smith.
No, they don't. They don't even want Rosario. They started Jose Reyes for him the other day.
And look, I said it this, and see if you agree with me. You either trade DeGrom and rebuild your farm system right now, or you send out a letter to all the fans that say we are going to be extremely active in free agency and spend tons of money.
Sure, and that's that's not happening with the Wilpons.
Right.
So
exactly.
Yeah.
Well, you don't want to know about the Mets. Peter Skeeter. Well, we won't go any further. Do you think the Mets will call up Tebow for a gimmick to sell tickets?
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me. And I'm on the other side of this. Roger this morning was saying he thinks Tebow has earned a trip to the majors. I'm like, there's no chance he's earned it. He doesn't deserve it. And if it takes at-bats away from a kid like Nimmo or Conforto, then it just proves the Mets are the joke of a franchise we all kind of think they are. But I will not be surprised if I see Tebow in a Mets Major League uniform come September because, yes, it will do just that, get people into the stands.
But do me the favor of telling me the truth, that it's just to sell tickets.
Of course it is.
Because that's
and jerseys. I mean, think about the merchandise that'll fly off the shelves if Tim Tebow is at Citi Field.
Oh, my God. All right, we got to do a bocce. Bocce, hey, Levack, I had a blast at Gaza's wedding. I surprised his wife is that pretty. Bocce was not at the wedding.
Okay, I was wondering here.
Bocce might believe he was at the wedding. Bocce's a different kind of dude.
All right.
He's a dude.
Have you met Bocce?
Allegedly, he was near us one time. He tweeted us, "Hey, you met my sister. I was there."
Okay.
But I didn't meet anybody. So, I don't know. Who's crazy? Bocce, myself? It could be anyone.
You guys have great listeners.
We really do.
Have great.
All joking aside, like guys like Bocce just have a good time with us no matter what.
I love the sport of bocce.
Yeah. Oh.
At heart, I'm like just an old Italian man. You know.
There's nothing wrong with that.
I love the sport of bocce.
There's nothing wrong with that. Do you smoke a Tiparillo when you play?
No, I'm not
see?
I can't even do cigars. When all your buddies are out and they want to celebrate something, like, hey, let's light up some stogies, I'm not interested.
You can't inhale at all. Yeah, you gotta just.
I'm like that guy. I don't even want it. Don't even want it, and then I become the loser of the group, and it's like, Onorato's not. Yeah, I know. I know.
Chris Onorato with us. The final thing for Socially Awkward Media. Where is upstate New York?
Don't ask a kid from Jersey, because you're going to get an answer that people are not going to like.
No one agrees with anyone on this. This is how you start fights.
Yeah,
but I believe anything north of New York City is upstate New York because of the differentiating. Like, if you go anywhere outside of New York, and someone goes, "Hey, where are you from?" New York. They hide their wallet. No, not the city. Upstate New York. Oh, okay. You know what I'm saying?
So you go Westchester County even is upstate New York.
Anything north of the city, anything that has trees is north of New York City.
Listen, that is the rule I've lived by my entire life. Being from northern Jersey, anything that wasn't New York City was upstate. Yeah, like we're going upstate for the weekend. Where are you going? Like the Catskills.
Right. Well, it all started because Jeter sold his house. And many news outlets called it upstate New York.
Okay.
So I did the same.
And it is where?
It's down like Poughkeepsie way. It's about.
But see, to me, that's upstate.
Yeah, it's about 45 minutes to an hour north of New York.
And I don't get into this fight. Like I don't claim to be an expert on it. I'm just telling you where I grew up in New Jersey. Anything north of New York City was upstate New York. And I understand the people who are upset by that, but I don't know what to tell you.
I grew up here.
Right. And you still consider
anything north of the city.
But do you differentiate between upstate New York, central New York, western New York, or is it just all upstate? Because then you've got the North Country.
Like I'm starting to definitely different because the food's so different.
Rochester, Buffalo.
Yeah, they get their own world because of like red hots and white hots are hot dogs.
Yeah, right.
And that hot sauce is meat sauce,
and they go pop out there instead of soda.
Pop garbage plates, which you would think wouldn't be amazing, but they are. They'll change your life. So they get their own connotation. They are fine, but like people lost it on me. And the only one I had to start yelling, not upstate. Nobody was even looking at the pictures. Far from upstate, not upstate. Dana Smith wins Socially Awkward Media for me this week because I lost my mind. He comments, upstate? You aren't upstate unless you can get bit by a tick at the Canadian border which makes you allergic to deer meat until next year when Levack yells at dense upstaters about ticks again.
I have a real fear of ticks. right
you
now.
have to.
Real fear
And
of
now
it.
that they can make you allergic to red meat?
Yeah.
Like, what would I live for?
Like, I could live in a world of pavement and concrete and just visit places with grass and trees.
Yeah.
I'm that afraid of ticks. Yeah, it's weird. People get weird when it comes to, like, regionalizing, where they're from and how we term it. Yeah, I get it.
Yeah, it was never meant to be offensive, but if you're offended by it.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm glad. Thank you. All right, you're with me. All right.
Yeah.
Good. You know what, guys? You're not coming back. It's Levack and Onorato. That's how we're doing things moving forward. Speaking of moving forward, there's an actual chart that will help LeBron James decide where he goes.
Thank goodness.
So we're going to make this easy on everybody.
I hope it's an easy chart, a bar graph or a pie chart.
It's kind of a sliding.
Yeah, it's already getting too difficult for me.
It's going to be a thing, but I think we can make sense of it
all right.
if we all do it together. Next.